that is an amazing segue to this challenge I was just looking at.
Ooh.
Does anyone have a tattoo they would like to show off or explain? Voluntarily.
Well, I just talked about it.
I was going to say we should definitely let Jordan kick that off.
Yeah.
But I think there are several of us in the room who'd like to participate.
So it's probably on driver cam. So yeah, this is the first stage of it, and I want to expand this, and I've been trying to get it before. Kingdom Hearts. Wow.
Good job, Lord Hawks.
Wow. You all should click that link that Hawks just put on in chat.
Hawks on point.
I want to expand it before Kingdom Hearts 3, but my artist is too busy, and has been for 2 years.
That happens with tattoo artists.
He opened his own studio and is just one of the best artists in Seattle, so he just got very busy. Because I want to kind of expand this and turn it into a half sleeve going the whole way around.
Nice.
But that's stage 1.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I have one, but yeah, Lily, go
Mine's
ahead.
probably just really easy to see. How am I going to do this? Okay, it goes this way. Actually, let's go to Kevin.
Goes ahead of Kevin, yeah, we're about to say.
What's up, Kevin?
Yo, Kevin, what you got going on over there? Kevin?
Kevin?
Kevin. Oh, God,
Oh,
that's
wow.
weird. Okay.
Ooh.
That's my...
Whoa.
So this is a design that I did a couple years ago when I thought I was going to be leaving Vancouver, and I was very sad, and I was just like, I want to take the mountains with me, so I made like a little
That's so great.
little mountain
yeah.
for myself,
Yeah, go ahead and do next.
and so that's basically the extent of it. I'm gonna try and flex under Kevin.
Well, here's the problem. I've got one on my shoulder and one on my ankle, so this is going to be really
You
interesting.
can come over to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
This would probably actually work
Here,
better.
stand like
Stand
here,
just in front of co-pilot.
and then if we
Here?
go to camera, yeah, there we
And
go.
then- So
Yeah.
this
there you
is
are.
There we
one
go.
that I got about a year ago.
Graham for scale and reaction.
Grammar, skill, and reaction. So yeah, this is a tattoo idea that I had for a
Oh yeah, there you go.
that I had for a really long time. And it was sort of the basic idea is that it's a pot. I'm a cook by trade, and it's a bunch of different like pieces of food item to represent a bunch of different restaurants that I worked at prior to me getting what's called my Red Seal, which is sort of like the Canadian equivalent of it's like a trades degree basically. And so yeah, that's a bunch of a bunch of things. And then this year actually, I've been covering up with my pants. This is great. Very interesting.
I don't know how you're going to get this one.
Yeah, this one's tricky for me to show unless I stick my leg like under Kevin.
It's not structurally sound.
Yeah,
so
that was my concern.
Dang.
That was my
wait,
How are we doing
Corey's
it?
going to help you out.
Where are we going?
Camera 5 there.
Camera 5. Okay.
Just stand still.
Okay.
There we go.
Sure. You can put it on the mark. Stand on the pin. There you go.
And then
Has that been recently touched up? Because half your leg is still
yeah,
shaved.
I got this done on Wednesday.
Holy moly! All right.
So same artist who did this piece. This is the bonfire from Dark Souls.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
And basically the reasoning behind this tattoo is I was coming out of a really sort of difficult season as far as work goes. And there was somebody who was talking about it was a video or something I saw of Dark Souls, and they bring this up as being something they thought would be interesting, and I was also considering getting a Dark Soul tattoo.
Aaron, can we just cut to the ISO view for a moment?
Oh. It's good. It's good. And yeah, and basically it's just one of the sort of things about Dark Souls in terms of gameplay is getting through really tough sections and then hitting your bonfires and being like, really tough section, and then when you hit a bonfire you're like, okay, great, all of that is past me now, I can learn from it, and then it's easier the next time I need to do it, and that's why I decided to get the bonfire.
Nice.
So.
I have one on my wrist, but there's been so much movement, I don't know which camera I'm supposed to go to.
Come over. The size of that one. Show it off on number 6 over here.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Can I get a... There we go. So hopefully you can read that, but if you cannot, it says, I hope this isn't permanent. Which I got as a goof because it literally never made me stop laughing. I thought of it years and years ago, and I finally just got it. I decided I was going to do it. I tried to think of a font. I couldn't. This is my friend, one of my oldest friends, Michael Elliott. This is his everyday handwriting.
Wow.
It's his everyday handwriting.
That's crazy.
And he did not know he was writing for a tattoo. I just texted him and was like, "Hey, can you write this phrase down on a piece of paper and take a picture for me?" And he's one of my oldest friends, so he's used to my my nonsense.
It's just like, well, sure, I guess Andrew wants me to do this for some reason.
Yep. So I did it in secret. I got the tattoo, and I surprised him when we went for brunch sometime. I was like, "Oh, hey, you remember, like, I got you to write down the thing?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever happened with that?" This.
Nice.
And he went totally speechless, and it was amazing. I loved it. But I've actually kind of like, there's sort of a, and this too shall pass element to it that I've mentally found that wasn't intended when I got it. But just, I definitely look at it now when stuff's bad and I'm not doing too great, and I hope this isn't permanent. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not always like this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, like, see, Zaz is on the same page with me on that one.
Several people, actually. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Hey, TQ.
Yeah.
Only because I love tattoos so much.
Heck
And I
yeah.
have so many, but I'm only going to show you 2.
All
But I
right.
might need help to actually get the one that is on my back shown. Can you see that?
Lily's going to
Lily's
assist.
going to help you out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a Kodama.
Here, if you actually, again, if
Yeah.
you stand over here in front of,
Oh, yeah.
in front of camera 6.
Yeah, you might have to duck down a bit.
over in front, over there.
Guide me.
Basically, stand right in front of me, between me and that. The camera
Right
with the red
here?
light. Yeah.
Duck
You're
down a
gonna
bit.
duck down a little bit.
A little
Or
higher.
a little, yeah.
Great. And then, okay.
I feel like
there
you're
we go.
driving in first person,
Yeah.
TQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yay, Kodama.
That one's my most recent. So cute. And that one is
There,
because...
there's an emote of it, apparently.
Yeah.
Is that your emote? Is that yours?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's because in Princess Mononoke, there's a line that says, to see with eyes unclouded by hate. So it's to remind me that you have to, even when you're at your most angry, remember that you have to see with eyes unclouded by hate. You just have to, like, look at the world like, okay, everyone's having a bad day. That's okay. You had those bad days too. Don't be too angry with people. And then the other one I have is, it's like a crystal ball on my finger, which you're not going to be able to see, and that's because I'm always right.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
And now I'm going back until Zeta.
That is
Damn,
potentially the most TQ thing I've ever heard.
This was very good.
That's the trick I always use to know which glass is mine when I'm serving multiple people. I'm always right.
Oh. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Wah.
Do we still have the sad, the more you know?
Is there a
Where-
sad
forgot about
Well,
that.
it was like, it started like detuning at the end.
Oh, okay.
We had that, pretty sure we had that last year.
Like it's just being deflated.
Yeah, more or less. Oh, man. Yeah, what's funny about my tattoo is that I did everything I said I was never going to do with a tattoo, which was design it myself and get it within like a couple of weeks after
Oh, yeah,
deciding
like
the
real
Oh, just
design.
impulse it?
I remember for like the longest time, whenever I was thinking about tattoos, I was like, I have to make a design or I have to get a design. It can't be by me. I have to put it on my fridge for like a year, make sure that I like it.
Yeah.
Which is not sorry, it's not bad advice. Because that was something that actually a music teacher told me about years and years
Yeah.
ago.
You know, my first tattoo I like thought about, like, which is not this one. My
Yeah.
first tattoo I thought about for like 7 years
Yeah.
before I got it.
Which is totally fair and like a responsible way to do that. I just, for some reason with this one, I was just like, nope, I want
Yeah, you do you.
it. Yeah, you do you.
I don't know. I got an appointment for a consultation pretty much as soon as I get back.
Yeah.
And it was just like a momentary, like I just had this lightning bolt fill my mind of just like, why don't I have a tattoo of this? And I just picked up the phone and called the artist who would be perfect for it and made the appointment immediately.
There is an artist, if I'm ever in LA, I know that I want to get a tattoo from one of my favorite artists, Natalie Hall.
Mm.
Her stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
And she's got a cute little black cat. And I want to just talk to her about her cat.
Nice.
And then let her tattoo me.
Black Hat Club.
Yeah. I also know a couple of our friends who have done, like, they pick out an artist, they give them a couple of themes, and then the artist just makes their own design, and they don't see it until, like, the customers don't see it until they show up the day that they're getting it.
Oh, cool.
Like, Livin' and Amy do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And they'll send them, like, pictures that they already have tattoos on their arms, like, just to, like, try and get a layout for what they're working with.
Yeah.
but I thought that was a really neat method as well. Because it's like, that's another thing for tattoos. If you can, like, let the artist do their thing, because they're artists.
That way they'll do it well.
Yeah, and they'll do a really good job.